in one of the last videos I made, we did this figure here out of this Tamiya 135 scale German infantry set from late World War II. And there's the whole of the box. So I've still got 4 of these figures to do. They have nice looking figures, a good, certainly for Tamiya, a really great improvement. So I thought I'd just work through them, starting off perhaps with this guy, the non-commissioned officer. Yeah, so got all the bits and all the other stuff that's necessary. So I'll get on with that. Step 1 in this process is to identify the figures. This guy is a figure number, if that's right way to say it, X. So sprue X, it says it up there in the corner. Figure C, that's C, C1, 2, C3, C4, and those are the parts we need for this guy. Here's a little bit of an unusual way of designating these, so I'll just start cutting them all off. We'll tidy them up afterwards. That's C1. C2. His body is split into front and back halves. Allow better moulding detail and so on. Sorry, I keep going out of focus here. I'm just not good at that. Keeping it in shot. So turn it down a bit more. Of course, I'm using my Tamiya cutters for this. They're super sharp compared to the other ones that I've got, which are fine as well. I mean, they do the job. Well, these just get a much cleaner cut. C6. That was 7. C6. And that's his face there. Hopefully you can see that. I'll zoom in a bit. It's very shiny at the moment, but nip that off as well. So we also have other parts for him here. C8 ammunition pouch, C12 a cap. So I can put that on instead. Yeah, if we look at the instructions, we've got the choice. Optional parts, hat or helmet. And they're both there. There's the hat, there's the helmet. He's got this other pouch, like papers for orders or whatever. I think that's his bread bag. C9. Looking on the instructions. Yeah, that's his bread bag. Oh, don't need to worry with those just at this moment. We can get on with tidying up these parts. That's all the structure of the figure. So I'll do that now. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I've assembled all this part of the figure that you can see. It's all very straightforward. All of these things, like these little document folder and his bread bag, they all have locating pins, so you can easily find them. The only thing that was anyway unusual or strange was this set of ammo pouches that he's got, and I think it's better if you put them in from this side. Oops, going to focus a bit. Instead of trying to put them, I started off trying to push them in through there, but they wouldn't fit. So I put them in through this part, and they seem to fit a bit easier. Although it did also slightly push his arm out. So I put some more glue in there and pushed it together so it kind of, hopefully that weld will close up the gap. We'll find out later. So that's all that part of it. Then I've prepared his hat, the soft cap on his helmet. It's ready there as well. His machine pistol, MP40. It's just nicely detailed. It's very delicate. There's another part of it actually. Let me just show you. They come off a different sprue. And I was wondering actually what that part there was. AA1, because if I look, oops, knock everything over. If I look on here, this is the MP40 and it's part number AA5. I think that was it. But there's no mention of the other part, or at least if it is, I can't see it. No. Doesn't say one there. Let's just have a look. Is it? Oh, yes, it is here. It's there in a separate part of the instructions. It says put AA1 onto AA4, which must be the machine pistol part number. Okay, so I better do that now since I've already cut that gun out. So that's his gun. Then obviously things like his canteen, gas mask canister, pistol holster, etc. I might keep some of those off until later for ease of painting, and possibly also as a cap for ease of painting. Okay, so there he is at the moment. See you later. Okay, here's our non-commissioned officer figure from this late war German Tamiya set. That's the main part of him, and I've stuck the extra bits that I've still to put on. It's his machine pistol, gas mask holder, hat or helmet, canteen, and a holster. Put them on there so I can paint them easier, and then I'll put them on the figure afterwards. I'll put some of the accoutrements on the figure, like as I mentioned before, the magazine pouches and stuff. You can see, because they'll be easy to paint either way. So painting is the next part of this. But that's the assembly of this little figure. I hope that was of some use to you. Thanks. Bye. Well, back again for a final little section of this video. I was going to leave it at that, where I showed you the basic assembly and with some parts that would be fitted after painting. But I thought, well, I'll go ahead and paint them and such, and then show you them then. Now, what I've done here, just to bring you up to speed, it needs a proper varnish again, matte varnish. I swapped his gun over. He's supposed to have that machine pistol under there into his hand and then underneath, but I couldn't get it to fit, so probably it should have gone in there first. So I took that little Luger pistol from an ICM kit and put it in there instead. Other things, obviously, when you're painting it, or when I'm painting it, I do tend to notice things a lot more than when I'm just assembling them and so on. And for example, his ears are just, they're not great quality. They're more just sort of crescent shapes stuck on the side of his head. Now, the actual face itself looks quite good. You can see there. So I've ignored the quality or any imperfections in the painting. And the detail on his pockets and things is a little bit soft, but it's, it's a huge improvement over previous Tamiya releases. So it's good enough. I still have to do his hair a bit, which I haven't done there. Or I could just leave it like this. Imagine he's got a shaved head. Other thing is the decals. Now, I've done another video about decals, which I'll maybe link to this video. But they're very thick. I put loads of coats of, let's show you. Loads of coats of microset, or one coat of that first of all. And then loads of coats of this over the top to try and melt them down. And it sort of worked, but I'm not sure if it worked entirely. Then I also used this. This is the Tamiya Mark Fit Strong. Sometimes that works better, but anyway, I used all of those products, and I'm just putting it back. And it still needs a bit more work. But I think it'd be nice when it's finished. Like most things. You can see there, I think, there's a little bit where it's not quite. Well, I'll have to check that. I'm looking at this through the phone, so I can't tell exactly what that's causing that. But let's look at the figure overall. It's an easy little project to make. By the way, I also stuck his helmet on the back, which is not, I suppose, not meant to. You can put that on his head instead of the cap. Yeah, he's put his machine gun on his back because it wouldn't fit under his arm. So those are little changes that I made to the original figure. Yeah, there he is. He's looking at you. So I can zoom in. That's as far as I can zoom in. Okay, well, that's the end of the project, and that's the little figure I've ended up with after a little bit of work. Just a couple of small things to do. Hope you've enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye.